忘记免费视频群社区，右上角点击搜索，再点击公众号，输入忘记。
Good day, bonsoir, wherever you are. Thank you very much for joining me. I had lots to say, you see, but in actual fact, I have a surprise guest. And so long as you do have it, good. Good, Sippy! Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoy this little show. I did want to talk about a whole lot of stuff, you know, and I'm a Gemini that way. I like to speak a lot. But nobody likes to hear what I have to say, you see. But maybe that will change one day. Who knows? How you doing? Thank you very much for joining me. I truly appreciate all of you. Look at that. Who's that? Old habits never die, do they? Howdy doody, Sippy. Hello, Sam Ellis. Sam Ellis, still playing other people's material. Are you allowed? Well, you know, I could delete this live, you see. I'm still in the gap, you know, I'm on the spectrum, as they say, you know. Sometimes I was treated very badly as a young person. I was treated like a dumb person, yes. Anxiety watching this. Well, then leave. Go, find another home. What's that picture of yours? Is that a dog or a human or some sort of pedophilic picture that you're showing me? Hey, Team Rose? Who knows? You know, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and a like, please. So she's got hers. So everything is fake and gay, and I'm a faggot. If you haven't known, if you didn't know, I am truly a faggot, and I live a disgusting life because I have this mind that only thinks about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Yes, something like that. But I also think about other things, like spirituality and lifting people's lives up. But the truth is, it can't happen. It just doesn't happen. Let me sit down. It doesn't happen. We're going through a change now, and astrologically speaking, there's major shifts. And being in the sun sign of Sagittarius, it's about big things and new conversations and new combinations and accepting them. And I don't want to know about it. I'm not interested. I'd rather be left alone in my little grotto, if you know. Sippy, are you not going to come up? I'm waiting for you. What's your problem? You said you would come up. You won't. Sam Ellis, you're quite welcome to come up too. And come and bitch me. Come, tell me. I'm a fag. And I know it, you see. So the portal of 1212, that's what the truth of this is. It's Jupiter energy. It's unfortunately the time of Saturnalia coming up, where there was and still is in the calendar of Ethiopia 13 months. There she is. Testing, testing.
Hey, can you hear me?
There she is. Yes. Oh, I have
Yeah.
an echo. Testing, testing.
Hey, can you hear me?
There she is. Yes.
I had put down there just to let me know when you wanted me to come up. Hey, can you hear me? I had put down there just to let me know when you wanted me to come up. Hey, can you hear me? I had put down there just to let me know when you wanted me to come up. I kind of got a drag going on. Hold on.
The whole world is listening, that's why. I don't know. Dimitri. Put your mic off and let's see if there's still an echo for a minute or two. The split view makes. Your mic off. There, it's gone, yes. So you can hear me. So I'm going to put my mic off now. And you put your mic on.
I think what it is I was trying to listen to you on my TV because for some reason the speakers on this laptop absolutely suck. I can barely hear you, but that's not going to work, me listening on my TV, because that's what's giving me the space in between us. So I'm just going to have to listen really, really close. So anyway, what's up? Turn yours back on. You're still muted.
Let me go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good, good. How are you feeling this Christmas, on the second day of Christmas, on the 6th day of Christmas? How are you feeling?
Well, let's just say how I'm feeling today, because I don't even pay attention to Christmas. But I'm okay. I just got me a cup of coffee. Glad to see you're going live. I was going to go live myself, and I thought, well, I'm not going to go live like Lionel's going live. I just wanted something to do. So,
Well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad
whatever
you're
your
here with
topic
me.
is, I'm ready to get in on it. What are you going to talk about today?
No, well, the topic is everything is fake and gay. Everything is fake and gay. Now, prove me wrong. Give me, tell me how, and it depends where your energy goes, where your attention goes, your energy flows. Okay, so this is my energy flowing right now.
Okay.
With regards to, and I suppose this is what brought us all together, like Summer Wells in the crimes, like the four Idaho 4, like JFK, like Charlie Kirk. It's all fake and gay. They don't want to. I mean, you're not following what I'm following, but it only proves. Sippy, I was just at my last video I was watching now for some sort of backup and content to speak about was from David Icke, because he's allowed back on YouTube, funnily enough. And his son is all grown up now. He's like a 35 or 30-year-old. And he's asking his dad. And his dad is explaining how astrology works and Saturn works and how we all are under this world of Saturnian energy that is ruled from the Jewish star to Rome to England to Washington. These are the rules that we have to follow. And then with media, we have the pentagram, the star, which, and it's the pentagram upside down with the star in the wrong way round. So it's in the earth. It means it's in the flesh. So they're doing what they fucking want, and that's why, sorry to say it, Hitler wanted to kill all of them, because that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to destroy. And how is it that every country, from England to America, well, I don't know America, but I think so, these wars are about drugs. These wars are about drugs for always and forever. Afghanistan grows the most opium, and that's what England 200 years ago drugged China with. It's not like China is the big bad boy in all of this. They were the ones that were originally destroyed by the royalty of Britain, of the British Empire, with drugs, with opium. Do you know that?
This has been going on for eons.
Yeah.
I just don't talk about it a whole lot because it's so big and it's worldwide that there's not a whole lot you can do about it. And it is written in prophecy, and prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what. That's my stand on it. We do what we
So
can.
how's the weather there? Let's get to local daily news. How's
It's
the weather
cold.
there? Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh no.
it's getting down into freezing at night, but this isn't nothing compared to what's gonna be coming.
Yeah.
Is it
Wow.
warm there? I know it is. Are you in the pool yet, or is it still a little bit
Oh
too nippy for
no,
that?
no! I told you. You know, I swim once a year. It's New Year's Day, maybe. We've had rain and rain and rain and rain and rain. We're supposed to be having summer. It's like we're having an Indian summer, but with rain. Monsoon summer. Monsoon summer. Terrible. And you know, I don't know if you know international news. There's been floods across the world. Actually, it's all just rain, rain, and monsoons and catastrophe.
Yeah, there's a lot going on
everywhere.
around the world.
Yeah.
Tsunamis, earthquakes, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there was a big volcano in Ethiopia. I was talking about Ethiopia earlier. There's a big volcano. It shot like 350 miles into the sky. Black fumes, or white fumes, actually white fumes. They say it's going to split Africa into two continents.
Well, I think that the United States is going to have a whole different shape too before too long.
With Yellowstone.
Not just Yellowstone. I think a lot of things is going to be triggered like a spontaneous reaction. Something's going to set off something else to something else to something else, and it's going to change the whole way that the aerial view will look when you look down on the United States. Of course, I do believe that Florida, a lot of the East Coast, some of the South, and the West Coast will drop off into the ocean.
Can I ask you a political question locally?
You can ask me. I don't know if I'll have an answer.
So, so Tim Walz, the governor of Minneapolis, yeah, I think Minnesota, and he said he doesn't want his state to become like Mississippi and Oklahoma. So, are you telling me, personally, Mississippi and Oklahoma are the worst governed states in the USS? I mean, sorry, in the US of A.
I can't speak for Oklahoma because I don't know too much about Oklahoma, but I can speak for Mississippi and tell you that I believe that Mississippi is probably the top most criminal state that there is in the states. Because I'm talking about the capital of Mississippi, which is Jackson, Mississippi. And I know for a fact, right out of my mouth, it's documented in court records by my mouth that they are nothing but crooked.
I feel at home now.
Well, they don't like me, and I don't like them.
River. I sang
No.
that song in the shower this morning. Can you believe it?
Did you? But I ain't gonna say all of them are
How
bad,
funny
because we
things
got
go
some good
on
people
and
in
on.
there, or I couldn't get anything done. But overall, Mississippi, I don't know. You don't want nothing to do with Mississippi.
Yeah. So it's worse than Tennessee.
Yeah, I would say that it is.
What's you? Tennessee is where's
Tennessee's
Tennessee's
crooked
a
too,
city, isn't it?
but
Huh?
Mississippi's worse.
Because they're poorer.
I don't think it's because they're poor. I think it's
It's just
because,
bigger mafia gangs.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
you can call it
And
a
it's in the
mafia, or you can call it a
police, and it's in
syndicate,
the
you
it's
can
in
call it
the
whatever you want to,
in the
but yeah,
Leo.
money passes. They're paid
Yeah,
off.
money. I can show you. You saw the video. I'm sure I sent it to you. That's the big thing, and we call them generals. You know, commissioners of the police stations are all confessing to taking money from the biggest criminal. They call him John Wick. The CIA calls this guy John Wick. Have you heard of John Wick? He's an actual Hollywood
I know
name,
about,
isn't that John Wick?
I don't know the history of a true John Wick,
I don't know either.
but I do know that Mississippi
We
right
two blind
now,
mice. We just need a third blind mouse.
well, Mississippi right now, as we speak, are finally busting certain sheriffs, whether they're still sheriffs or not, in counties around me, and I can't wait for it to get to this one, are finally getting busted after years and years and years. And there's more bust coming, and it's been on the news. But there's been a lot of undercover stuff going on, and I just don't talk about it because I'm not supposed to be talking about it. But there's more coming. And I just tell everybody, just watch the news, just watch the news, and that's all I say. But now people are becoming aware in this town that things I told them years ago was going to happen, it's finally happening, and now they want to come ask me questions, but I don't talk about it. But yeah, we're getting not just sheriffs, but chief deputies in the city, and not just them, but others. And most of it has to do with drug trafficking. All the while,
And it's the humans are also
yeah, they
trafficking the
made a big
drugs.
bust.
It's all drug traffic. It's all human trafficking. It's
Well, it's
everything.
both. It's both. But
But
Tennessee
that's
did
why
worse.
I suppose they thought I was selling drugs. That's why as well. You know,
Well,
when
I
you're
know
doing
that
the one thing, they
Tennessee,
think they're doing the other thing too.
Tennessee and Florida worked together, and they did do a major uh, hu- human trafficking bust in Florida not too long ago.
Yeah,
And
you were
in
saying
that,
so.
they also busted a lot of people with fentanyl. And then they did another big bust in Texas, and now they're doing these busts in Mississippi. So you got a lot of different states working together. And it's like, I was telling you before, you got watchers. That's all they do. They're on the internet 24/7, and you got different watcher groups, and some don't watch anything but suspected drug traffickers or human traffickers or pedophiles or uh, uh, money laundering, and they're on here. They're not just on YouTube. They're on all kinds of social media. I posted a video one time, and then I was asked by a group to take that down, so I did. But it shows how they, some of them are in these big buildings that look like they're empty, like old um, businesses, like they used to sew in or make materials in, and they look like they're empty, but actually they're lined up with computer after computer, lines and lines and lines of computers with people sitting behind them. They switch out shifts, and that's all they do. They're steady watching, taking notes, getting what they need, and they work with everybody from Leo to FBI to cyber to CIA all the way up. And then these people are paid to do this, but they're all trained. They're either ex-military or ex-law enforcement, or they got trained and decided they wanted a job doing it. And then you got some that don't charge a penny. They do it from home on whatever it is that they're best at doing. I'm finally not in none of that anymore. Don't want to be. This last go around became too dangerous. And it's called for me to file my own personal lawsuits. Not just a report, but a lawsuit.
That's so much energy.
It is, but when you're called of God to do what I do, it is a lot of energy, but it's worse when you don't do what he tells you to do.
You just pushed a button. Oh, you just squeezed my left nipple.
Your left
I,
nipple.
s- I got, the, I don't know. There's a spirit in the machine. There's something in the machine, and I saw a live. It was on the screen. There was your face, and it wasn't your channel. It was said person's channel,
Yeah.
and I didn't click it when I thought I did click it to put into the queue to watch, but then it wasn't in the queue. And when I got back, I went back to the YouTube homepage, and it updated, and it was gone. And I cannot
That's,
find the guy's
well, it's
channel. I
because
cannot find it, even though he's even. I could find it. I suppose I could have found it,
it's because
but it was too much of a mission. Maybe
took it
God was
down.
protecting me.
He took it down right after, put it
Ah,
on private
ah.
because but
What
it
did he
didn't do
say?
any
Let's
good.
do this. Let's do this.
Yeah.
That's what he's called it.
He
Let's do this.
he either tags my name or puts my picture up, but I'm blocked. I can't. It's kind of like what you know who did to me. She was always talking about me, but I could never defend myself. And it's the same thing with him. Um, and but the thing is, I don't have to watch. I get the material recorded. It's being recorded all the time, so I got it, and I did see it. And it was just the same old mess, but I heard something and saw something in it I was not expecting to hear and see, which involved somebody else. And I had to go to that person, it's a female, and tell her what I heard her admit that she did. And since I'm no longer doing anything that I do, if I really wanted to, I could move in on her, but I don't want to. I don't want no part of it. But that she needed to realize, that what she did say, they would use against her. And instead, she turned it all back around on me and said, I said.
Was
I could easily,
your girlfriend that you said I must not be friends with, the girl on the spectrum?
uh, I'll say her name. You talking about Natty?
Yes.
Yeah,
Queen Natty.
yeah. And I was trying to let her know,
He's
hey, you're going to
playing
use that.
her like a fiddle.
Yeah, and I was trying to
He's
let her know
putting
that
his
what was
middle
said.
finger up her little gwat.
Well,
Sorry
I
to
was just
say
letting her
it.
know that what they said was going to be used against her, but instead she turned
What
it
did they
around on
say?
me.
What did they? Okay, you don't have to say what they said. Okay.
No, they just they she's a chronic alcoholic that needs mental help, and I understand that.
Ah,
So I was letting her
worse
know
than me.
that since she said
We
what she
love
did,
them, don't we? Don't we just love them?
yeah, I just let her know that since she admitted what she did, that I had to put her completely out of my circle because I'm not dealing with that kind of stuff. And instead, she turned it around on me and said that I was calling her something that I was not. So now they got that going around, and all of a sudden they're being real nice to Natty, and she's being real nice to them. But I know that it's only because uh, they're going to use what she said against her later. But I can't help that. I'm done with all of that mess.
These little people, little people,
Well, it's
little,
drama.
little, little people.
Uh,
I think I'm terrible. Maybe I'm far too terrible. But seriously, um,
well, you
that's
know,
what
the
happens.
thing with me,
That's what
Lionel,
happens.
is this.
Somebody glazes you. Somebody hazes you. Somebody love bombs you, and then, ooh la diddy la. Are you ready for it? They're gonna take
Well,
you
I understand the steps
all the
of
way.
narcissism, but what gets me is um I know me and I know the truth. And when somebody starts telling bold faced lies about me, it doesn't bother me personally. What bothers me is knowing other people are hearing it that don't know me and are forming an opinion based upon what somebody said. That bothers me. But it's getting to where it bothers me less because I'm starting to realize to expect anything and hinder nothing. Because if people want to believe what they hear and not come and check me out for themselves, I don't know why I'm letting it bother me because I don't want people like that around me anyway. If they're going to believe everything they hear, they're going to be the same type person that would just pass on gossip that are of low energy. So I don't really care what anybody is saying anymore. What I care about is they don't need to be getting involved, not knowing what they're getting involved with, because I'm filing something different. This isn't an IC3 report. This is not an FBI report. This is not a local law enforcement.
Cyber, cyber. Is it cyber?
It takes participation in what Jack and Punk Rock and others I could name are doing and have done to me over all of this. It means they're going to have to get a lawyer because I'm suing them outside of all this other stuff.
What
This other
for?
stuff ain't got nothing to do with
What
it.
for? Okay, you
Because
can, you can. I'm backing you. I'm taking your side.
I'm
Why?
suing them because they went real life on me. They they have not only doxed my name and my phone number and got people to start calling my phone, but they are trying to go after my family in real life and find people that are my actual family. And in doing so, they're just picking names without verification and posting it. And I don't even know who these people are. Innocent people posting their names, their addresses, their phone numbers, and calling these phone numbers on live stream to harass these people that don't know me. I don't
Why?
know them.
Why are they doing this
Because it's like
terrible
I told you in the
deeds?
beginning, these are
Why do
some
they want to do this to you?
because they just do anything to get at me.
Satanists.
And it doesn't matter if they have to go after my family to do it. I
Dark
told you these are
evil.
some serious people. You don't want to mess with them. I can't tell you a whole lot because I have already put into process this lawsuit. But it's serious business. These people, there's different types of people in this circle with Jack, and they all are not people you want to be messing with. You don't want to tie yourself up with them for different reasons. That's why I didn't like you going over to the Natty's that time because I had a reason to be there, and I knew it was going to be long term. And
She
now,
really loved you. She really loved you.
yeah, and she still does, but she has problems that I cannot heal. I'm not her mother.
What
She's
problem?
40 something years old, and
Oh
she has a
gosh,
problem.
you
She has
found your
mental
nemesis,
problems, and she's
your
a
twin
chronic
flame.
alcoholic. I cannot
You
help her.
found your twin flame.
Uh, I'm not going to keep yo-yoing with somebody. I know what I can do and what I can't do. And I'm not going to stay in something that is just absolutely, gone long enough. And I know she's not going to get help. And she's going to turn against me every time I try to tell her the truth. I'm not going for that. That's one of the reasons that I'm not having anything else to do with that one person that told me on your live, I don't want you thinking about me after throwing me into a fit after she was home the whole time and didn't let any of us know she was home and okay, and don't call no name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But people like that, I can't handle it. Don't reel me in, worry me to death, push me away from you, and then come back later and reel me back in. And that's the same thing that Natty does. I don't need that shit.
Ah,
No.
narcissism
Well,
101.
you know as well as I do, Lionel, I can get mad at you, but I can come back too.
No,
I get mad at you all the
we gotta
time.
fight. We gotta fight.
But
But it's a
if I
forgiving
care
heart that
about
actually
you,
gets over it. You just
well, if I
forgive
care about
yourself and you
you,
get over it.
I can lay it down. But it depends on what it is you're doing to me and how much I can take.
Look, Sippy, you've got a very good defense mechanism. You're very, very good.
Once I'm done, I'm
And
done.
you know what? You know what? I learned from you. I learned from you. And however it happened, and you and me, I've blamed a lot of things that I've done on you indirectly and directly uh, by doing the things I've named you the guilty party. But now I've learned from that now, because even though you led me down, maybe I thought you led me down a garden path, and I suffered through my stupidity. um, I learned now, and it was nice to get your email that told me what you considered, and then I knew you were honest with me, because I had already received that download from the Holy Spirit, praise Jesus, and I knew, oh no, I'm going down the wrong path. I need to do that. I need to do that. And I did it. And you were on fire, as they say in the church. You were feeling the Spirit too. I would say to you.
Well, I get out of line just like everybody else does, and I really had a hard time when I got sick this last time. I don't even half remember it.
I
But
do.
my intent has never been to hurt anybody.
You're a good teacher. And look, believe you me, um, even that other person and the other one are also very good teachers. But these dragons, or fairy godmothers, if they sting you, you can die.
You
That's all I
can,
can say.
because
I've seen them.
I
I've
let the
not
depression get
not
to me.
only physically, literally online. Then they will come and say, okay, this person's gone now. They just got gone. And I'm still standing, so maybe I've got something, however dumb or low IQ I might have, which I'm sure it is. But um, there's something. There's something, hey, Sippy. Maybe it is the Holy Spirit. And even if we disagree on what and how the Holy Spirit works through us, there's definitely a connection. I mean,
I don't know
even
if any two people, married, brother, sister, mother, daughter, whatever, there's no two people that get along 100% of the time. You're going to have disagreements, and you have to agree to disagree, or ask, why are we having this disagreement? What can I learn from it? I must not be seeing something. Or either I got to be patient because there's something that I've got to
yeah,
teach
that's
this
the
person.
thing that now I've also come to understand is that what is the lesson from
There's
this?
always a lesson, because I don't think we're meeting
Yeah.
anybody by coincidence. Nobody.
No, no. And and even especially when you got your back up against something,
Yeah.
then or someone.
But you were
You
talking
know,
in
I
your
have to
last.
ask your advice. I need to ask your advice. Which
Okay.
I'm asking your advice, your opinion. I'm not going to take your advice if it's the wrong
Yeah,
one.
opinion is
I'm
better.
asking your opinion.
The opinion is a
I've
lot
got
better.
this now because I advertise my number, I advertise my address. Well, not address, but my business. I get this call, and I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on social media. I get not this call, this WhatsApp message from London, and it's WhatsApp, straight onto WhatsApp. I would like to invite you. I'm coming to South Africa um, over the solstice, which will be the summer solstice, and we're going to. I'm hosting a live directed meditation session and sound bath and a whole ceremony, and I'm not charging you anything. I just want you to be there, please. And then so I saved the number, and now I've been watching the um, her her status updates, and she's of course also a tarot reader, a very good tarot reader, an astrologer, a life coach, and Muslim. And then she asked me, I put a heart, I put a heart to her request. And then she asked me, are you interested in it? And I don't know if you remember, you put me through a direct, well, you didn't put me through, you offered, you made a video of a meditation video. Oh, you weren't live, it was a video. And I refused to watch it. I don't know if you remember. And I answered her, I said, I don't agree with directed, or I'm using the wrong word, meditation, because I akin it to hypnosis and demon spelling and casting. And well, I didn't say that to her. I just said, hey, hypnosis. And she said, I said, but maybe it's time for me to open up to new things. And this is, like I said, in the beginning of this is the age, this is the month of Sagittarius. It's supposed to be welcoming new things and happy clappy and let's be friends. And this is all a big party time and let's get to know each other and let's find new friends. And it's full moon and you're giving me a headache already. I just want to go to my bedroom and sit with my little puppy, furry dogs, and just be alone. I don't need to find no sound bath. Sorry.
Well, let
And
me ask you
still, and
something.
what's the worst? Not it is. What's worse is like I started with that's the thumbnail of this. Everything is fake and gay. Why do people have to lie or omit the truth in the first place? And I'm sorry, I've gone through a little bit of shit over the last 3 years and I've just actually come out of it. I'm on the other side. The portal is open and it's great and it's going to be abundant and flourishing, and you have no idea. I've just it's like the clouds have opened up and it's not raining over my head anymore. Praise Jesus. But I experienced something with a fixed, certain Algerian African Muslim, and I broke his leg because he tried to throttle my throat.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, and he was my tenant. Well, not mine, my father's tenant, who lived on the property. He went to hospital for 3 months and he broke his femur. I broke his femur in the swimming pool. He tried to throw me, I threw him, and I ripped him up, and his leg just went. It wasn't
That's
too
the
much
strongest
energy.
bone in the leg, that femur.
No, the little one. Sorry, the one next
Okay.
to the femur. The
Okay.
one little one on the side, on the outside.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know its name. Most people on motorbikes break that one. Anyway, so he left. We made up eventually. After years, he still stayed here as a tenant. And then all of a sudden, he was moving west, and his new friend arrived. And they don't speak much. I said to my stepdad, I said, "There's a new Algerian coming in. There were actually two new Algerians, and then the one stayed, and his is a really cute Nigerian. I mean, not Nigerian, Algerian. Really cute. He speaks French to his family, his parents. He's a French Algerian, but he's still Muslim. And eventually, after 3-4 months, he was here. He said, "Let me take you to lunch. Let me take you to dinner." And already smelt. I said, "Yeah, yeah, okay." And then he said, "When are we going to go one day?" And I said, "No, my friend, never, never. Because I had to break that man's leg. I will never trust another Muslim again. Never."
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't trust one to begin with because I know
No,
what they
you
really
come.
think.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gave you my heart, and the very next day you threw me in the face.
Let me
Jesus
ask you
Christ.
something.
Yeah.
Uh, First, let me tell you something. Not everybody can be hypnotized. Did you know that?
Have you seen those videos of the people getting hypnotized and they think they're eating an apple, but they're actually eating an onion?
I've seen stuff like that, but I do know for a fact that not everybody can be hypnotized. And the reason I know this is because I had to see a military psychiatrist after I lost my twins. And I saw him for several months. And after a while of seeing me, he wanted to hypnotize me. And he tried and he tried. And then at one point, as he was trying to hypnotize me, in my mind's eye, I saw myself in a bubble. I didn't even hear him no more. I just saw myself in a bubble. And immediately I realized what that meant. That God had me in a place where nobody or nothing could touch me in my mind. And I just opened up my eyes and turned on the lamp and looked at him and I said, "You may as well give this up. You can't get in here." He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Because I'm in a bubble." And he just started getting his stuff together. He said, "Never mind." He said, "You're one of them." And I said, "What does that mean?" He said, "It don't matter." He said, "But there's no sense in trying to hypnotize you because it's impossible." And
Wow.
I know that it's true because years later, I was talking to another psychiatrist and I had been through even more trauma by then. This was after my dad had died too. And he said, "Are you open to for me to try to hypnotize you to see if we can get some of this trauma out?" And I said, "I'm willing for you to do anything, but I don't think you can do it." I didn't tell him nothing about the other doctor. He said, "Well, give me a chance to." I said, "Okay." He had a different method of doing it, so I thought, well, this might work. No, it didn't. I let him try 3 times, and he gave up himself. He said, "I just cannot get through your subconscious here." I said, "I told you wouldn't be able to." And I know that I can't be hypnotized, but I've seen other people that seem they're very weak. They're able to give over themselves to somebody else, and I can see now that I'm older how people are so easy taken over in their mind because they're followers. They're not leaders. They got to be part of some kind of group. It's easy to even give them self-induced prophecy to where they'll bring it to pass if you know how to mess with their mind. I learned a lot of this stuff in psychology. There's a lot of things, but I wanted to say that to say this. When you do guided meditation, that's not a hypnotic thing because you're
Thank you.
listening.
The word guided hypno-
Yeah,
guided hypnotation.
yeah, it's guided. And all you're doing is you're just closing your eyes and listening to somebody else's voice. And you can open your eyes up at any time or say, "I'm bored with this. I don't want to do this." Or you'll go through the whole thing and then you'll see what you get out of the end of it. And you don't have but 5 people in here right now, and one of them's me. So would you be willing to do like just it wouldn't even be 5 minutes of a guided meditation with me right now, just listening to my
Hell
voice?
no. Hell no. No.
No, I guarantee you that if you did,
Lord have mercy. No. You know what, Sippy, when I realized that for what 11 years we went to church every morning and we faced east and we lifted our arms up and we danced around while the sun was rising, praising the
nah, I don't.
sun,
This is nothing like
getting
that.
hypnotized and asked for money and
No,
asked for your service and asked because
this
you
is
were a
nothing like
sinner.
that.
No, Jesus, hell no, I'm not gonna do a guided meditation because that's hypnotism.
It's not
Guided meditation is the
hypnotism.
same as going to fucking church.
It's not
The
either.
same. It's exactly the same.
It
It's
will
exactly
calm
the
you
same.
down.
Then in church you lift your arms
You
up.
know
You
how
know,
you
I
teach
used to be
people how to
aerobics
calm their
instructor. Listen
anxiety
to
by
me. I was
breathing a
aerobics
certain
instructor.
way?
Huh?
You know, you taught me something because I know about breathing techniques. And when you were showing people how to calm themselves down by the breathing of, okay, that's a Lamaze class for pregnant women. It's also a way of meditating to calm your body down to get out of an anxiety attack. That's meditation. A guided meditation is like when you just say, okay, we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to just calm our breathing down. And now what we're going to do is we're going to say, we're going to imagine a brook of water that's running. And I want you to think about that and try to imagine the sound of it and picture in your mind the way it looks to you. That's what you do. And you go from there. And in this river, you might see a blank. and you're just listening to the person talking, and you're getting these images in your head, and you're going along with it. But it's just like we're talking right now. And then you might say, now I want you to take another deep breath. Inhale it, exhale it, but you're still at the brook. You still see the water. You can still hear it. Blah, da, 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 da. It depends on what type of meditation that you want to do. And I'm just asking you for a 5-minute one. You'll still be knowing everything I'm saying. And either you'll get something out of it or you won't get anything out of it.
No, Sippy.
But most people always get something out of it.
I want you to show me.
So if you
I
change your
want to show
mind,
you.
let me know.
There's a part of me, Ria, that you don't know about me. Nobody.
Well, if you're not comfortable with
actually,
it, you shouldn't do it.
here in South Africa, my family, they actually know something about me. And this is me. I grew up like this, except with dogs around me, just sitting and staring. Now, if that ain't meditation,
That is a meditation.
yeah, so I don't need to be guided down no staircase down to a forest fire
Well, you don't.
place where
It's just
I'm
a
going
different
to
way.
find my past
There's
self.
different types of hypnotation, but this is not a hypnotic thing.
But then now I'm going to take your point of view again now. I'm going to agree with you. What is going to the cinema or going to the theater? It's the same thing.
It is, especially if you get locked into it, because it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. I got locked into it, and I did not see what everybody else was seeing. I saw completely something different. I saw something deeply spiritual in it. It was the same thing. I never watched Star Wars, but I saw one movie of Star Wars, and what I saw in that one movie, not knowing nothing about it, was all spiritual. And when I tried to discuss the movie with the 2 friends I went with, they told me I was out of my freaking mind. No, I wasn't out of my mind. I was just seeing deeper than what they saw. And that's kind of how
Yeah.
guided meditation is. If somebody is leading you through something, you're going to see in it what you need to see in it.
You
And
just
it
gave me you just
it
gave me a
does help.
deja vu. You gave me a deja vu back
You
when
told me that the other day,
you
and you
were a
didn't tell me
kid
what the
and
deja
you
vu
used to
was.
touch the leaves of the tree. You were so good. I don't know. You made such a great video about you as a child speaking to the trees.
Yeah, and that's another way I can guide somebody through a guided meditation for them to have that same experience as I'm guiding them to that. A tree's just one thing.
But then why
It's
does
like
that
being a
not
good
work for
storyteller to
you?
where you can bring the person in to consciously see what you are telling in the story, is what guided meditation is.
Say that again?
Guided
Repeat.
meditation is where the person that's telling the story is telling it well enough that you, with your eyes closed and breathing, can actually see the story as they're telling it. And then you'll get something out of that, or you won't.
Yeah. Yeah. And so if you've got that negative emotion, you're not going to see anything. It's going to be black and white.
Not necessarily, because I was really down in the dumps and everything, kind of in a bad mood whenever I went through this one I've got in mind. And it brought me right out of it and made me question even more things. And one of the questions I had, I didn't get the answer to till years later. I was like, well, wow, I know that ain't no coincidence. So that's when I got into guided meditation. I thought, this is a pretty good thing. I just wish I could find more guided meditations that I would want to watch for me. But I've held on to the ones I've watched to remember to help other people.
Well, that's the thing. Um, the story of the wounded healer, and I suppose that's what my problem is. I was giving somebody a treatment today, and it always pops into my mind, if somebody could just do this to me, if somebody, and I know there's no one that can do what I do to somebody else, they can't do it to me. It's a shame. I cannot.
I've had that same feeling. Um, I used to do a lot of, um, I didn't do massage. I did energy healing with somebody on the
Yeah.
table. And I
Yeah.
used stones and oils, stuff like that. And I can't tell you how many times that I've said to myself, I wish I had somebody to do this to me.
Yeah.
But it's hard to find somebody that's truly gifted and just does it. They don't have training, they don't need it because they have a gift for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of difference in that.
And truly, as the healer, you need to snap out of your. Well, I suppose I don't know. You know,
You step
it
outside
is
of
the
yourself and
wounded
let the
healer
healer
that
come
heals
through.
the best. So you need to be having. I promise you, I give my best when I'm in my worst space in my mind and life, and then at least I can actually not switch off, but the world switches off to
Yeah.
me. I can process while I'm doing my work and take that energy out on the person's body. I'm
Yeah.
terrible.
Well, I'm kind of the opposite.
But it
If
works, I don't know.
it takes so much out of me to work with that
Yeah.
energy that's in me because I'm taking their energy out and putting my energy in when I do this. And if I'm already sick, I don't even attempt it because I know I'm going to be drained afterwards anyway. So as I've gotten older, I've learned to be very picky. Very picky.
Yeah. Yeah. You, you, well, that's the nature of it. You can't, you have to wait for them to come to you. They have to be ready uh, to be to be taken care of. It's like the in the scriptures in the Bible. That lady only got healed from her problems of menstruation by her being ready and believing that she will be healed. So that's when you know when you don't. How can I explain it? You're only doing a methodical thing with a spiritual feeling, a physical touch, and there's that connection. But then, 5 days later, they feel healed. And then they come back and they say, wow, I feel better. So it's only those that were expecting to be healed that get healed. It's in their mind. That's what I'm saying. Because you do exactly the same to everyone else. Everyone else is, I don't know, sometimes they don't get healed. They, everybody's got a different body. Look, you know, I was trying to formulate an argument, or not an argument, a video, a theme about when. Now I've lost the mind. I've lost the thought.
It'll come back.
It'll come now. I was thinking about it. No, it's gone. Oh no, it's gone.
Well, it'll come back to you.
Tigger. Tigger. Say hi to Tigger. Hello, Tigger.
It's so pretty. Hello there, little
He's
baby.
so old. I need to give him some food.
We'll give him some food.
I'm going to give him some food.
We'll give him
You want
something.
to watch the Chinese dancing again?
No, I want you to listen to me while I tell you something while you give him some food.
Okay. I'm going to put the volume up so I can hear you.
You know, when I think back on all the times that I've put people on the table and given forth the gift that God's given me, my feelings have been hurt many, many times because I do not charge for a gift. That's why I've never signed a contract. I never charged when people would want me to come to their churches or to their schools or anywhere else to talk, to sing, to do anything. And but when people know that you don't charge, it's amazing how many people have been healed on that table, but never even offer a donation to help me with buying the supplies that I buy, because I got good oil, good things that they need, and that cost me money, and I would always send them home with something that they needed to continue using for a little while. But one in particular, I had a lady that had cancer, and I knew that she was not going to be healed of this cancer, but I also knew how good it would feel for her to have a session with me. And she had a brand new massage table. And she said, I don't need it. How about if I come to your house, I bring it to you? And I said, well, if you don't need it, I said, mine is just about to give out. I said, I would love to use yours. And especially with you being so fragile, I don't want to take a chance of mine, collapsing on you or something. So she brought it, and I unloaded it, brought it in and set it up and everything. And I mean, I gave her the work over. I treated her like a queen. And I said, do you want to just leave it here so you can come at least 3 to 4 times a week? And she said, yeah. So she did, and she brought her sister with her that last time because she was going to have to go into hospice. And as she got ready to leave, I began to take the massage table, folded up and everything. And she said, what are you doing? I said, I'm getting your massage table ready for you to take back home. And she said, no. She said, I want you to have that. And I started to tear up. And right as I did, her sister said, what are you talking about? She said, that thing's brand new. She said, you could sell that. You could probably get $350 for it, which she could have. And when I heard her say that, it broke my heart. But her sister, the one that I had been treating, said, no, I don't want $300. I don't want $500 for it. She said, I want my friend to have it. And her sister began to argue with her about that right in front of me. And it was upsetting the one that I was treating. And I finally just said, look, I don't want you two arguing. You're sisters. I said, I've got a massage table in there. Just go ahead and take this. But she would not take it back, and they left here arguing. And that was the last time that I saw my friend. She went into hospice and she passed away about 2 weeks later. I didn't see the sister for a long time, but then I did run into her one time when I went out to eat. And we just went on like nothing had ever been said. And I still get along with the sister. But it's, I wonder really how many people, when Jesus healed them, or when Paul healed them, or anybody else with the gift of healing actually healed them, if they offered these people anything, because so much is taken for granted. I look back on my life now, and that's what I see. Everything I've done for people has absolutely been taken for granted. And now that I need somebody, where are they? And I think most people, when they get
no,
older,
well,
they realize that.
that is exactly what happened. According to knowledge or script, I don't know if it's scripture, but knowledge is that when so Jesus died on the cross, was resurrected, he was he came back, and then he transfigurated and became an immense power of light and transformed and went up into the heavens. And then days after that, 16 days after that, the disciples they had another Holy Communion, basically, breaking the bread and drinking the wine, and they started speaking in tongues, and they went forth into the villages, and the village, because it being a thoroughfare of, and that's what Israel is, it was in the past, in those days, Israel was a route from Egypt to Greece and Italy and Rome. So this was a trade route. So people spoke with different languages. And we all know that in America, every city has a different accent, and in Ireland, every city has a different accent, and in London and England, every city has a different accent. And if you are not used to the accent, you won't even understand the language. And so these disciples came out filled with the Spirit, seemingly on fire, were speaking in tongues, but the people who were listening to them could understand them. They could understand them. Now, then, after that, all these disciples were crucified upside down. There was a breakup, and they definitely traveled to Rome because that was the capital of the world at the time. And they traveled to Rome, and James, the brother of Jesus, the true patriarch of our Christianity as you and I think we believe it, not this Paul or Saul, this prostitute of Christianity, because he broke away from the Orthodox Church. They don't speak the way the Pope and the Catholic Church preaches. And James went to, with the power of the Holy Spirit, believe me, They all had the power of the Holy Spirit. They all decided, we're on fire, we need to heal everyone. And they went to Rome and they started healing people. And this and thus and therefore Christianity started. And so Paul was only a centurion of the mother of Constantine, who was the Pope of Rome, who was in Constantinople, but not Rome, but the Catholic of the Roman Empire, who started Catholicism, and then Paul. Paul was 150 years later from the disciples who spread the word and healing, touch. Let me pray for you. Let me put my hands on you and pray. Let us pray. Divine healing, divine health. Let me rub you. Let me see where you have pain and let me help you. You want to go out? Are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening.
I'm letting this cat out. Come, this way. That way. And so, for 2,000 years, it's been a cover-up. There's nowhere in the Bible that they say we must not touch each other, that we must not love each other, that we must not have physical touch.
Well, it talks
But
about
somehow-
in the Bible when it comes to
somehow-
laying on of hands.
Hang on. I'm going to put my mic off now. Somehow, we've come to a place where no one touches anyone. It's forbidden. Never mind praying. Never mind standing outside and praying. I don't know if you've seen these people getting arrested for sitting and praying outside an abortion clinic. You get arrested for that. Never mind for calling someone a faggot. This woman in England got arrested and she sat in jail, I don't know, 3 or 9 years in jail because she called someone a faggot. It's shocking. Everything is fake and gay. It's all bullshit. And the police, the LEO, the Leo, you know. Sippy.
Yeah. You're muted. I can't hear you.
It's your turn to talk.
Oh,
And you're echoing, so I want to put my mic off.
okay. Um, everything is going to be banned eventually because they don't want us to do anything that is quote Christian or anything that is in the quote Bible. They're getting, I'm telling you, there's only a matter of time till another Bible's going to come out. It'll be changed just like the King James Version was changed. And the reason I stick with the King James is because it's the newest of the old. I don't mess with the other Bibles, but it's going to be done. It's going to be changed too. It always is, every so many hundreds of years. And, but when it comes to tongues, the disciples went in, and once they received the Holy Spirit, they came out speaking in the tongues of the people that could understand it. That's one tongue. Another tongue is when you might be anointed to, you may be, say you're in Mexico, you don't speak a word of Spanish, but God wants His word said, and He may anoint you to speak Spanish, and they are interpreting what you're saying. But there is a tongue that is private between you and God. And even you don't know what you're saying. And there's no use in speaking that tongue when it's between you and God, because it's a spiritual language.
Agreed, agreed. That's
It would
why
just
I
be
was trying.
confusing.
I was trying to say it the other day. Is no, it's a personal thing between you and God, and 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 demons can't stand it. They hate
No,
it. They hate it. So that's all my defense. It's not something. It's not something for the whole world to hear.
no, that's private between you and God. But I do know that the Holy Spirit can take your tongue over, and you will speak in another tongue. Um, it happened to me, and I couldn't stop it. And I have been what's called slain in the spirit before, just fall out and didn't even know that I fell out. And then when I came to, I was speaking in tongues, didn't even know what I was saying, just couldn't stop, my mouth jumping all over the place, and I was drunker than a skunk. I mean, drunk. I've had things like that happen, and yes, it was in a Pentecostal type apostolic church. But a lot of these people that quote speak in tongues at these type churches, it's just everybody going around, they just speaking in these tongues. I don't bear witness in my spirit to what they're doing. Um,
Well, I tell you, I had an experience as a kid. I think it was a couple of weeks or the following week after we were baptized in the Holy Spirit. We went to church, and then there was this lady. We were all singing, it was praise and worship, and she just, her hands were up in the air, and she just started screaming, mad scream, just like not the same as everybody praying and singing and praising and God. She just started. It was uncontrollable. It was scary. So the ushers of the church had to usher her out of the church. And I was like, what the? You never know, because you that is when you see, in the past, then the same church, they would have three people come up before the sermon. After the you do praise and worship, and then you do the offering and tithing, and then you do the prophecies, and three people would come from the congregation and come up, and if you were going to speak in tongues, hopefully the next person would speak in English, so everybody would know what that person was speaking about. And if the third person concurred with what you were all speaking about, then that would be a prophecy considered. A prophecy. And with that lesson in me, I've always taken that it's just like if you're going to find out insurance policy, or if you're going to buy a new car, you always find out three evaluations. It's just how life works. It's as simple as that. But when it comes to somebody prophesying, well, we do prophesy. When we speak, we create. You know it. We can create bad, we can create good. Sometimes we don't know how bad we create with the words we speak. And social media and mainstream media will make you want to say the worst words that will only bring bad health unto your body. And you know that, Sippy. That's how it works.
It's absolutely true. These people that say I'm a witch and I'm casting spells, they're actually casting their own words upon themselves, especially if they're making false accusations at me or at anybody else. You're reaping your own seed back to yourself. Words are very, very powerful. It even tells us so in the Bible that your tongue has the power to give life or to take it.
That Black Mirror technology.
Well, what you say can lift somebody up and give them hope, or you can push them
Yeah.
right on over the edge.
Yeah.
I beat myself up worse than anybody else does whenever I lose my temper. I hurt me more than I hurt anybody else. Because God knows the intent of my heart. He knows that I don't usually mean anything that I'm saying. I'm just one ticked off, upset, emotionally disturbed person at the time that I'm allowing myself to do that. But it don't last long, and then I'm completely under conviction and feel like I got to go make it right. I got to go make this right. I got to make it right. I got to make it right now. It ain't enough just to repent to God. I got to go find the person and tell them I'm sorry. Even if they make fun of me, I got to go do it. And then I'm okay. It's about me making peace with myself, more so than with them.
I saw this comment today by on a tarot reading, and the person said, I'm an Aquarius. I find it better in the end, rather that I say the wrong thing at the right time than the right thing at the no. How did he say it? He said, it's, you know, when sometimes you rather keep your mouth shut. So this Aquarian said, sometimes he found in his past, it's better when you don't keep your mouth shut. It's better when you say exactly how you feel at the time, in the moment, and you get it out.
I believe that too, because if you sit
Yeah.
there and let it get inside, it's like a pot of soup on the stove. You just keep holding it and holding it. That's when you become a sippy, when she's pissed. And it's not fun. It don't feel good. And it's not a good thing. Don't become that pot of soup, man, boiling over. It's not good for nobody. You know, I want to ask you something since you brought up Aquarius. You know I'm Taurus. But I don't know nothing about this astrology stuff. I know a little bit. But what do you think about the Taurus and the Aquarius? Because in my personal life, me and Aquarius just don't seem to hee-haw. Especially me and a male Aquarius. And I'm learning that me and female Aquariuses don't either.
They're the opposites.
I know we're
They're
set
opposites.
signs. The both of us
Yeah.
are set. But
So if
me
you
and
the North
Aquarius,
Node or the
man, I'm
South
trying my
Node.
best. And none of them. I got 2 Aquariuses, no, 3 Aquariuses in my family. And the only Aquarius I ever got along with was my mother.
And I've seen people get married and have 3 children and raise the 3 children, and they Taurus and Aquarius, and then they did divorce. And then you wonder why.
Well, I got 2 brothers that are Aquariuses. and I don't get along with neither one of them. I was in a long term relationship for 20 something years with an Aquarius. How in the
Yeah,
hell
no.
we got through that many years, I don't know. But I've met other Aquariuses too, and I know right away, I don't like that person. They don't like me either.
I I I was raised by an Aquarian, um, and also, you know, to not be so generalistically speaking, all of us also have our Chinese signs. And I don't know, I think he was the year of the snake, actually. And my mother's the year of the ox. Or is he the year of the cock? I don't know, I can't remember.
I'm
But it
rabbit.
makes a difference. And also, what makes a difference is the people that raised you, your mother, your father.
Well, my mother was an
That,
Aquarius. Got along fine with her. She's my
well, you
best friend.
see, there we go. And love conquers all. Like Ricardo Sunshine, how you doing? Says, love conquers all. And so if you have the love there, then it overcomes these star signs and horoscopes.
Well, I got a lot of love for my brothers, but it didn't conquer anything. Had a lot of love for that ex too, but it didn't conquer anything either.
No, you're not meant, you know what? I think naturally speaking, you're not meant to um, have much to do with your siblings after your 18th year.
Out of my what?
After your first 21 years, then it's enough.
I put
You
in too
can
much work
gather
after
once a
21
year.
years. That's
After
probably
that,
what's
you
wrong.
don't need to bother. No, you don't. It's that's like it's a. But then you could get same conversation. You shouldn't have your parents around you when you older. But then the Indians do it fine. They all live in a gathering. I mean, I'm talking about in India, not in America. I'm talking the Indians. They family upon family. They all live in one dwelling. If you all understand who's the patriarch or the matriarch, then everything should be fine. But in the white culture, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Too much ego. You can't deal with these old people, you can't deal with your siblings. There's something unhealthy about it.
I don't know. We're a little bit different here, at least in my family. And when the elders died out, that's when we started splitting apart. But I was that second mama to my siblings, and my mother died at 6 months after her 53rd birthday, which is young. And I was always an overprotector, but that started breaking apart about 20 years ago. Finally, it's been them that's not wanted to let it go, but they learning they got to. It finally woke me up. They're not kids anymore. Damn it, we're older. Damn it. When I hit 60, I thought I'm 60 years old and still putting up with this man. I don't think so. You forget how old you are sometimes. And
Agree,
after
I
a while, too,
agree,
you
I
you get
agree,
tired of being
I
you.
agree.
My thing is though, I like to spoil people. I've always been that way. I love just picking up a gift here or there, or buying somebody this or buying somebody that, and I'll see things that remind me of a brother or somebody in the family. And I used to just pick it up, I see them, hey, I thought of you and I got you this. But I don't do that no more, and I'm having to break myself from it. I don't have the money to do it anyway anymore. But I see what aging is really all about now. And I don't know, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. It would just be a Debbie Downer. Richard said that he's a rabbit. I'm a rabbit. I'm also a beaver in the native. And that Taurus bull.
I'm an earth ox. Next year is the year of the wooden horse.
Oh.
Yeah. And generally, I don't know, they kept on saying, because I'm Gemini, all Geminis should have a fabulous time for the next 7 years. But unfortunately, I'm an ox. An ox has a bad time in the year of the horse. Huge changes. Everything changes in the year of the horse. And it happened to me. I remember it. The horse is very competitive,
Well, just
I don't know.
compete
I did
against
something to my
the
screen
bad
now.
parts
Something's gone wrong.
who you feel like you are, and let the good part win. I know I want to be a better me. I know that I got a better version of myself because I used to be better. If I can just get through this winter.
Those simple words, trust in God. Trust in God. Let Jesus take the wheel. Trust and believe that you're going to hear and know and see and understand what you need to do. However, you don't understand. What am I supposed to do now?
That's all you can.
That's the only thing you can do. I believe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Why won't it fucking change? There's something wrong with us now.
Well, it is, and you have to also accept the fact, because it is a fact, that you can't save anybody. All you can do is don't even jump in the water to try to save them, but offer them a pole, offer them a floating device, but don't let anybody pull you down. Heck, I've nearly drowned so many times, just trying over and over and over, trying to help somebody, only to learn that
now I just
all
had
they
a
want is
deja.
attention.
I had a nostalgic moment. I remember a video you spoke about when you nearly died as a young girl. You were sort of drugged, I think, and in a swimming pool, and somebody pulled you up. Do you remember that?
Say it again, because when I can read your lips,
Echoing,
it helps,
yeah.
because I can't hardly hear you.
You were at a quite secular party, and there was a swimming pool, and somehow you were in the swimming pool.
You're talking
And
about when
you-
my husband was in the military and another guy almost drowned, and I had smoked a joint laced with opiate.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's what came to my mind now when you were speaking.
Yeah, I was young. I got married when I was 17, and my husband was in the army, and we had went to a pool party, and everybody was standing down at the end where the pool shed was. They had music and everything going on down there, and I just kind of wanted to be by myself, so I went down to the deep end of the pool and sat in one of those chairs. But I got up and went down there and said something to my husband. He said, "You don't want a beer or nothing?" I said, "You know I don't like beer." I said, I'm going to go in here and smoke part of this joint." He said, "Okay." So I did. I didn't know that they had laced it with opium. I'd never done any kind of drug, just smoked a joint once in a while. So I went in there and I hit it a good 3 or 4 times. And when I came out, I thought, man, that's some good shit. I made it down to the end of the pool and sat down in the pool chair, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm thinking, man, yeah, I like this. I'm looking at the stars. I'm listening to the music down at the other end, and all of a sudden, I seen this soldier get into the pool, and I'm watching him. And of course, they all got short hair. They're army soldiers, and he starts making his way down toward me, holding on to the edge of the pool. And I'm thinking, man, don't come down here and talk to me. You're gonna mess my eye up. Get away from me. And I'm thinking maybe my husband will see him and tell him, dude, come back down this way. But he didn't. He just kept coming and coming. And I started to get up, raise up, and tell him, hey, you need to go back down at that end. But I couldn't even move. I was just, I mean, I don't know if anybody knows what opium does, but it's a muscle relaxer and a hack. I couldn't get up. He just kept coming and coming. And by the time he got down there, that pool was at least 8 feet deep at the deep end. He wasn't that tall. But I seen him bob under, and I'm just sitting there watching him. And then he bobbed back up, caught the edge of the pool, and he bobbed back down. This time he didn't catch it, and I didn't realize this dude can't swim. When I finally seen he was bobbing and trying to catch, I realized, and I tried to call out to my husband, and when I called out, it was just a little whisper. So I managed to slide myself off. It was so hard to do. And roll over on my belly, and I was close enough to the pool. I just stuck my hand out, and he kept bobbing and bobbing. And every time he would come up, I'd try to just catch a pinch of the top of his hair. I didn't get his hair, but he felt my finger when he came up, and he grabbed hold to my wrist. And when he did, the splashing noises he was making got everybody's attention. And the next thing I knew, my husband was out there and jumped in the pool and got him. And then he come up there and got me and put me back into the lounge chair and whispered to me, "What did you do?" And I was just slobbering. I was slobbering there and talking that way. Anyway, I said, "I don't know. I smoked that joint." And so he went in there and started talking to people. He come back down there and got me. He said, "We got to go home." I said, "I don't want to. I feel good." He said, "I bet you do." And I remember he picked me up and put me in a car, got me home. He had to take me in the house and everything else. And the next day is when he told me that one of his friends in there told him that it had been laced with opium, and they thought that I knew that they would have never slipped me anything because he was pissed. But that's what happened. And then another time, I was stupid. The next door neighbors were smoking, and they offered me a bong, and I took a big old hit off of that bong, and I thank goodness I only took one. Because by the time I got back in the house, I was feeling hot. Felt like my cheeks was on fire, like I had two little flames on my cheeks. And I walked outside. Everything looked weird. And he drove up from being at the fort and saw me and took me in the house. He said, "Why is your face so red?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "You smell like weed." I said, "Yeah, I went next door and did this, that." He went over there. Then he comes back. And he says, "Did they tell you that was Thai stick?" I said, "I don't know what Thai stick is." And he said, "You got to stop smoking with people," which I didn't really like to smoke. in the first place. I just wanted to kind of fit in. I'm only 17. But come to find out, Thai stick is a little bit different. But this Thai stick they had soaked in embalming fluid, if you can believe that shit. And that lasted all night long. It was the awfulest high I had ever had. I was hallucinating. And after that, I didn't smoke pot no more. And years later, when I started writing, I wrote, it wasn't a poem, it was more like just a quick freestyle write, and it's called Ode to the Cigarette. Because even though I did that opium, which I didn't mean to do, that, along with screwing up and going next door, smoking with people I don't even know, and being hooked on cigarettes, is what kept me away from drugs. I realized that addiction was not something I ever wanted a part of, and I didn't want to be messing around with any kind of drug that controlled me instead of me controlling it. Because I realized that had I not slid off of that thing, God had helped me do that. That boy probably would have died in front of me in that pool. And I don't think I'd be alive today because I don't think my mind could have handled it. Knowing that just because I did something stupid, this young man lost his life because he was doing something stupid. Coming down there to flirt with some girl that was out of her freaking mind. And the cigarette kept me away from drugs because I knew how addictive they were. I could run out of milk, I could run out of bread and anything else, but I get down to my last pack of cigarettes. I don't care if it's snowing. I'm fixing to start walking to the store if I got to. So that's my drug stories right there. I learned early, and I'm glad that I did. And then when I became a nurse and started studying pharmaceutical, I really learned a lot about drugs. And that put the fear of God in me too. So that's
From my experience, I would say if
Put
you're
your
a
camera
parent,
on so I can read your lips.
if you're a parent, don't speak about your drug experiences. It's very bad.
Well, actually, I did. And that, I think, is one of the things that kept my son away from drugs. I didn't hide anything from him. If he had a question, I answered it. If he wanted to try something, I gave him a space to try it in a safe place, which was right there in our own home. When he got curious about beer, he had to experience it at home. If he wanted to try a joint, he had to try it at home. I didn't want my son out experimenting with friends. I knew about weed, and I had found out that he had smoked some weed with one of his friends. I didn't say nothing. But when I found out he got in a car with one of his friends that was high, I fixed that. And I tell you what I did, and I've had people get all over me for this, but he was 15 years old. And around that time is when people want to start experimenting with stuff. So when I found out, I went to one of my friends, and I got a joint from that person. So when I went to pick him up from where he was, we had about an hour and a half trip back home. And so about, I don't know, 45 minutes before we made it home, and I was taking a big chance by doing this because we were in my vehicle. I fired it up. He looked at me and he said, "What is that?" I said, "You know what it is." And I handed it to him. It was a pretty good sized roll joint too. He said, "What? I don't want that." I said, "Yeah, you do." I said, "Take it." He said, "Mama, what is?" I said, "Stop acting stupid with me, boy. You know what it is, and I know about your friend." And I called his name out. He just dropped his head. I said, "Go ahead, hit it." Mama, I don't smoke. I said, yeah, you do. I said, you know what's going to happen if you lie to me. I'll backhand you right in the mouth. So he took a drag off of it, tried to hand it back to me. I said, no, I'm not smoking. I'm a freaking nurse. I ain't going to smoke that and it be in my system. Go ahead, smoke it. You gonna smoke it. I did him like this one time, too, when I caught him with a cigarette at 10. I made him smoke that whole cigarette. He was sick as a dog by the time I got home. But anyway, I did this with the joint. I made him smoke. Wasn't too long, he was giggling his ass off. He was high as a kite. And then came the next stage. Paranoid as he could be. And feeling guilty, crying. Mama, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's all right. But if you're going to do this, you're going to do it at the house. You ain't going to be doing it with your friends. No, I'm not going to do it. I won't do it no more. Then the next stage comes. I'm starving to death, Mama. I got to have something to eat. Please, I don't care what it is. I just got to have something to eat. Please, Mama, I got to have something to eat. So I got him something to eat. But I didn't want to go home because I didn't want my husband at the time to know that I just give my son a joint. So we went to the drive-in theater. He didn't last 15 minutes there after he got through eating. Man, he was out. Sacked. But I got to watch a good movie. We come home. He's still kind of stumbling around a little bit. And he said, Mama, you gonna tell Daddy? I said, no, I ain't telling him nothing. But the next day, when my son was waiting on me when I got up. And he said, can we talk? I said, yeah. And we went outside and he started crying. And he said, Mama, I've never been high like that in my life. And he said, I don't think that stuff is for me. I said, well, I'm glad that you don't think that stuff is for you. I said, but I want to ask you something. And he said, okay. And this is why I did it, Lionel. I said, you know when you went riding with such and such the other night and y'all were smoking weed? He said, how do you know about that? I said, boy, I am the horned owl. I learn about everything. He said, you say that all the time. I said, it's truth too, ain't it? He said, yeah. I said, well, you remember when y'all went riding? He said, yeah. I said, and he was driving? He said, yeah. I said, would you really want to get in a car if somebody was as high as you was last night coming home? If you knew they was as high as you were and they were driving? He said, gosh, no. I don't want to ride with nobody high like that. I said, how do you know he wasn't that high? And his face just kind of got white. He said, I see what you've done. I said, yeah. I said, so if you ever get to wanting to do that again, or you get anxious about something, or you want to know about something, your mama's a nurse. I said, you need to come to me. If you just got to smoke that stuff, I'll get you something I know ain't nothing in it. If you just got to have a beer, you come to me. This is the way it's going to be. And that's the way it was. And my son hated pot. He always knew about drugs because he heard me talking about them all the time. And he was very anti-drug. Even his friends knew it. And they knew that if they was going to be doing some kind of drug, don't come to Justin's house. Don't invite Justin because he's just going to give you a big long speech. But he did become an alcoholic. And that was years later when he started going around his biological father. And his biological father was an alcoholic. And so Justin would drink with him just to visit with him. And he got to hanging around my brother all the time. And he was a chronic alcoholic. So Justin became an alcoholic. He had it on both sides, very bad, on his dad's side and on my side. And it didn't help with his heart because he already had heart problems, and when he drank alcohol...
So he was an alcoholic?
Triglycerides up.
He was an alcoholic? I didn't know. Well, he drank a lot.
Yeah, there toward the end. He started out drinking beer. He didn't drink a whole lot then. But when he got around his biological dad, he drank cognac all the time. And then when my brother was around, he drank beer. So Justin got to drinking beer and vodka. And nobody in my family, my brothers, my dad, nor Justin, could drink any kind of whiskey or liquor, especially vodka. It changes them all the way around. But
Yeah,
his cholesterol and triglycerides were way too high to begin with, and when he started doing that, vodka just turns into pure sugar. It's a potato, and it shot everything up way too high.
So I'm going to change the subject now. Lord have mercy. Put your mic off for a second. Can you hear me? I'm sure you can hear me. I
Your mic is off.
thank you. Sorry. I put my email. Okay, so I've got this email from Korea. This is from South Korea. This is the third email I've received from them. Sewer Park at 101class.com. And um, it, I'm going to translate it now for you into English. Hello, I'm Sua, the Creator Content Team Manager of Class 101. I'll be back in touch in about a month because of the passage of time. I understand the common concerns creators face when opening a course. Can I do it? Will I run out of time because of my job? Will I be able to do it? I'm already teaching other courses. Will it be okay? But I can assure you that Class 101's systematic guidance and support system can alleviate these concerns. You will be given the opportunity to share your talents and expertise through the Class 101 platform. Data shows that many creators initially expressed concerns, but once they began teaching, they experienced positive experiences. Just like you too can succeed. It will be conducted online. So, what these people have proposed to me of how to go forth and make a bigger channel in a previous email. What do you think of it, Sippy? They just want money. Yeah?
I don't trust anything that comes through WhatsApp or WhatsApp or anything that is hiding itself. And they didn't write that, they didn't even check for errors. Like if you go back up there and read it again, they repeat what they've said. I don't like it. I wouldn't even mess with it. Scroll back down and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
I agree. It's spam mail.
Yep. And when you do something on WhatsApp or one of those places, and you do click on something, they they have a right of way right into your computer, or can send you some type of Trojan virus. But right there they say, can I do it? Will I run out of time because of my day job? Will I be able to do it? There's 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 no reason to say that twice. Um, it doesn't look professional to me. No, I wouldn't mess with it.
It's just kids.
Just
It's
it
just
sounds
kids,
like another spammer.
youngsters,
I wouldn't even think
young.
they're youngsters. I mean, you got so many spam things going out now. Um, it's ridiculous at the spam that's going out now. and people this
Yeah,
video.
I agree.
I had a man
I
rip
thought
me
I
off
got rid
not
of
long ago
this
with
thing.
$300 for a tombstone for my twins. People don't care. They don't even have a soul, it don't seems like.
I think. Oh God, why have I got this echo?
Hold on.
Why? Um, Let me speak. You put yourself off. Um, where you have um, Justin's stone is beautiful. It's a beautiful place. I love the open air. And are you going to put his tombstone somewhere, or why don't you just have an altar at home?
Um, that cemetery is a city cemetery, and I used to play in that cemetery when I was real little. My mother and her sisters used to take pictures in that cemetery when they were teenagers. Um, and my son's tombstone is there, my tombstone is there, my brother's there, my mother's there, and then right beside me is another plot that's waiting on the tombstone for my twins. Um, Justin was cremated. So he's all over the United States, but he's there too. He's here at this lake. And I'm going to be cremated, and part of my ashes will be put there. And what I have left of Justin, I'm hoping that somebody will mix my ashes with what's left of him. And what I would really like done, and there's no way to get it done, I'd like for my ashes and his to be spread over Mount Rainier because there's already a memorial marker at Mount Rainier for the twins in Washington State. But I doubt seriously that's going to happen. So I want our ashes put together and just put them where the tombstone's going to be, where the twins are. And I want my dog cremated when he passes and his ashes put there too.
That costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
It does. I read something today um, about me, about my personality through astrology, and it said something quite clear. I can find it here, but I'm just going to paraphrase it. Is that I find death intriguing. I find death an intriguing mystery, and it's true. I do. I think I have a
Think that I'm kind
very
of weird the way I look at death. People think that I'm just a death freak, but I'm not. I just don't fear it, and I don't mind talking about it.
yeah.
I've always,
What?
since a kid, I've wanted to go back home because I know this ain't home. And now I really want to go back home. Doesn't mean that I'm suicidal or uh, being gory about it. I just know I knew as a kid, I I'm not part of this. I'm part of this earth, I know, but I'm not part of this world. I've never fit in it, and I don't want to fit in it. It don't make sense to me. I'm living in a puzzle, and I don't fit in it. This ain't my puzzle.
No, I think you do fit in. You just don't feel comfortable. I never have felt comfortable.
I don't
And
think I'll
maybe,
ever feel comfortable because I don't feel like I fit in. I think there's a lot of people that don't fit in here. We weren't meant to fit in. We were born different, and there's no changing it. And the older we get, the more lonely we become because we wake up to the facts more and more and more as we get older. We start to
so,
understand why when we were younger, even though we might have had a lot of friends or followers, that we still didn't feel like we fit in, that it was something fake about it. Because it was fake.
that's true. I know. That's why I'm sitting here alone because I'm tired of fake and gay, and you're not going to. I'm not going to do politeness anymore. No more. Um, um, what's that movie? Uh, Sense and Sensibility. No, no, no more. I'm not polite anymore. Sorry. Nope. Politics. It's over. I'm not interested. I'd rather be a hermit on a mountain somewhere, looking down on the world.
That's a conclusion that I've come to, but it's been like going through labor pains of being pregnant. And the labor pains have been going on for years. And I finally gave birth to those labor pains and saw the light, the what was birthed from the labor pains. And once you see the truth, you can finally take a breath and accept things for the way that it is. But it's a lot of pain to wake up to.
But Sippy, there are surprises in life that change everything, and
Yeah.
that we can know that that's a fact of life. Things change, and even however you feel bad and tough, it's going today. Tomorrow's going to be fucking different, and it's going to piss you off again. But
Yeah, but at the
the
same time,
problems won't be the
everything that
same.
you learned can help you to learn to control your emotions about it too, because your emotions aren't going to be the same once you wake up and see it. You just think, oh, well, I already knew that.
Let me tell you something. Our forefathers, your forefathers, my forefathers, okay, maybe not yours, but believe me, hundreds of years ago, life was tough. And because there was the difficulties in life, I think they had less worries to worry about things like we worry about things. Because you had to go and get the food, you had to go and get the water, you had to go and find things daily. You couldn't be sitting doing nothing, worrying about how life is tough on you. Yeah? Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, and I think about those days a lot too. And it's one thing that
I think
grounds.
I got the mic right now, by the way. You don't
Okay,
have to put the mic off anymore.
okay. Um,
Yeah.
I think about those days, and it's one thing that grounds me into the reality of where I am today, in today's time. Because if we were back in those days, there would be absolutely no hope for me. But because
Yeah.
we're in today's time,
And me either. I wouldn't be around.
I,
I'd
I,
be dead. I'd be dead.
I would be too. Um, and I mean, I know that I'm in a dangerous situation even now. Um, I mean, for years I've known that we've got elderly people that are sitting at home by themselves. Nobody calls them. Nobody checks on them. I've known that for years, and it bothers me. It always bothered me.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
that I'm in the situation,
Nobody checks on you. Nobody. Sorry.
no, they don't. Um, like Thanksgiving, um, I mean, I was fine with it. I didn't even really realize it till the next day, but my phone did not ring one time on Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
And I didn't expect it to. I did have one person that watches my channel send me a text and ask me, "Are you doing okay today?"
Yeah.
And that was it. But that one message really stood out to me because they didn't say happy Thanksgiving, nothing like. They asked me, "How are you doing today?" Because they knew that, you know,
Bad
um,
day.
that somebody that's sick anyway, um, would probably need to be checked on. And it's Thanksgiving, and they kind of know my situation. But that's just somebody that's never met me and hasn't really known me that long, even on YouTube. But then I've got family members that know my situation. And since I'm not able to help them anymore, I'm not at all surprised. And I pretty much pulled myself away from people that were so-called friends because I saw they weren't. When I cut the money off, they didn't come around no more. Um, when I cut off the phone to them calling me only when they wanted something, well, they wasn't around no more. So the truth, God's showing me. I ask God, show me this person. And when I do, he does, and it hurts a lot of times. But I'm at that point in my life where I want nothing but the truth, even if it hurts. I'm tired of guessing games and questioning my gut when my gut always proves to be true anyway.
Well, I'm at the time in my life where I'm now prepared for um, for the worst day ever, for um, the the worst arguments, the worst quarrels, and the worst tribulations. I'm ready for it now. I can deal with anything. I'm happy with that. Um, you know
I'm
what
at the point where I'm not going to argue.
people forget that time is the best healer and the full stop button as well. Time stops.
Yeah,
Time stops for a lot of people, for all of us actually. That's the reality. Eventually, time stops,
God will stop
and
the
then
time for you. If you can't cut somebody off he don't want in your life, he'll cut them off for you.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's Saturn. That is the limiter. That is the brakes, and like they say, you go onto a different timeline. You hear that background? It's so funny. It's, "Whirr." Have you heard that one? It goes, "Whirr."
Like just now, it was my
Yeah.
phone giving a notification. Meow, meow.
We've got a ghost in the machine with us. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining.
Yes.
Welcome to the circus.
You know,
What's
I
that?
I told I told the one guy I'm really into it with right now.
Yeah,
Not gonna say his name. You know who I'm talking about. But
I'm sure he's very good looking.
no, he's not. He's not.
Oh, oh, he's just got a good voice.
You
No,
talk
I
about.
don't think you find anything attractive about him right now, so that's
I
fine. Just
never have
carry
found
on.
anything attractive.
Carry on. Carry on.
He goes around telling everybody that I did. My gosh, Lionel, a 40-year-old person to me is a kid. I'm 62 freaking years old.
But Sippy, he's in America and he has 20 people listening to him. It's not really a lot. It's nothing
Oh,
really.
it spreads out.
It's like less than what I get.
It spreads out. Trust me. He's being
Oh, it's all the
streamed.
friends. Yeah, it's the gang.
Yeah, they
The
are
gang gang.
very much
The
so.
gang gang.
Very dangerous one,
Yeah.
and they've got it going out everywhere. It ain't just on his channel when he's streaming. That's why it comes down after the stream. But I had this very strange feeling the other day. He was saying some of the awfulest stuff, and bringing up Justin again, and I saw in my mind's eye. Uh, I can't really tell you what I saw, but I knew something's fixing to happen. And I don't want to say that Justin's going to do something because all I know is what I have felt in Justin when I feel his presence or when I feel my mother or whatever. And I know about the paranormal experiences that I've had right here in this house. And I do believe that it's Justin's way of letting me know I'm right here. And I know that my brother has been scared to death by what he thinks is Justin. And I know there's other people that's had visitations that they believe is Justin. And in my mind's eye, I saw something when he was talking. He's fixing to get a dose of Justin. I'm just going to put it that way. And
Well, I'm going to just ask for Jesus' protection over me, but you know what they say: God giveth life and God taketh life away.
yeah, he does. But what I'm getting to is when he was doing his live, after I had this premonition, I had done told him, you're going to keep on, and it ain't going to be me you're dealing with. I just said that. Uh, because he's already had a lot of bad dreams that I'm standing over his bed. Just stupid shit. People want to call me a witch. But I said, you're going to keep on, and you are going to see something or something like that. Anyway, on his next live, I was listening because everything he does is recorded and it's sent to me later. And as he was talking, this sound came up like bongo drums being played. And I heard it. And then he said, what the hell is that? He's talking. All this is after. And I'm listening to the replay. I had to back it up and listen to it again to be sure I was hearing it. And he said, am I losing my mind? Does anybody else hear that? Of course, I can't answer because I'm listening to a replay. Nobody said nothing. I don't know if anybody else heard it, but I heard it and he heard it. He said, is that bongo drums? And I think that was Justin's little hint. And I'm telling you, Lionel, if he don't stop, you watch and see. There's something weird fixing to happen in his house. And I would not doubt it's going to be a big puddle of water come out of nowhere. It's what happened when
Guys, stop! I had a puddle of water today.
yeah, don't tell me that. He ain't
I
made it
had a
further
puddle of
than that.
water today. And it wasn't even next to my bed. It's like I had to do something that I didn't want to do. And all of a sudden, I said to my mother, I said, where does this fucking water come from? There was just water, no soap, because the cleaner was here. She mopped the floors. It shouldn't have been there. It was the strangest thing, Sippy.
Have you seen that
You and
video
your
about
fucking
the
puddle
water?
of waters.
Have you've seen that video, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
don't. And
I'm water
it's
sensitive.
not the only time this week. It's not the only time this week. I have look. I have a very small toilet, and in the middle of the night or morning hours, I need to go for a pee, sometimes I miss. So I put a towel. I definitely put a towel there so that there's no water. And I promise you, you can feel it if the towel is wet or not.
Yeah.
And I had been to the toilet that night, but then in the morning, the light was out, and all of us, I'd stand on the carpet, not only the towel, but the carpet too, and it's just wet. And I think that was Tuesday. It's like, oh, Sippy is here again.
Oh no, it ain't me.
Is it Justin?
I have to credit Justin because that happened here, and then when me and my brother got into it, man, we were into it bad, and he ran from me. I was right behind him, and he screamed. But I looked down, and I was standing right in a puddle of water. I said, "You better keep your ass in there, because Justin's here now." He yelled back at me, and I turned around and walked off. And I thought, I don't care. I'm not cleaning that up because if he steps in it, I know he's fixing to fall because it was on the tile, and that shit's slippery. I thought, I don't care if he does cop ball. I come back in here. He stepped out and he hollered, and I went in there. I thought he done fell. He said, "What is this? What is this?" I said, "You know what it is." He said, "You clean it up." I said, "I'm not cleaning up nothing." He said, "I'm serious. I'm scared." I said, "Well, you better stay scared." So I threw a towel down so he could come out. But he straightened himself up for about 3 months after that. I said, "I'm serious, Dion. You don't know what you're messing with in here." He said, "I hear stuff in here all the time." I said, "Well, then you better be paying attention." And then one more time, a puddle come up behind him. I said, "He's warning you. That's your second warning." "What did he do when he give you a second warning, Dion?" He said, "Knock me out." I said, "Well, he's fixing to knock your ass out then." And I think Jack's fixing to get him a water puddle. He's fixing to get
Oh
knocked out
no!
or something.
You walk in, you just step out of bed into the water puddle. Then
Well,
you know.
the reason I feel it
Hello.
is because I think I told you this story about how this one guy was a mutual friend of mine and Justin's biological father. And Justin used to go to his house all the time, and that man called Justin our boy. But anytime that he would come around me, and Justin, knowing he's my friend too, he would always tell him, "You better not never do my mama wrong. You better not never mess with my mama." He said that ever since he was little, all the way up. And every time he would say it would upset him. And I would just look at him kind of funny. And he would always say, "Justin, why do you keep saying that to me? You know I would never hurt your mama." He said, "I would defend her with my last breath," or something like that. And just say, "I just know how you are." And he'd turn around and walk off. Well, when Justin died, um, we had another mutual friend, and I had to start taking care of him because he was a bad alcoholic and he had a stroke. So I put him in a nursing home. I couldn't handle him by myself. He was having seizures. And so this friend that was a mutual friend of mine and Justin's, he came to me and said, "Let me help you. You can't do this by yourself." I was glad to have the help, and I trusted him. So I signed the POA, power of attorney, over to him. I thought he was really going to help. But the only reason he wanted it was so he'd have access to that guy's house. And he went in there and stole a very, very expensive guitar and some other things and skipped town. It hurt my feelings so bad I didn't know what to do. I cried and I cried. And then I had a dream. First time I dreamed of Justin since he died. And I dreamed I was looking out over the lake and he was standing out there by the pier and he had a look on his face that could kill. And he was talking to me through his eyes. And he was saying, I told him. I told him. And I knew what he meant. He's talking about that guy. Don't you ever do my mama wrong. Don't you ever what? And in my dream, I was crying and saying, Justin, please don't. Please don't. And he was just shaking his head, had that mean look on his face, and said, I told him. And then I woke up in here and I was crying. I didn't see this guy for 2 whole weeks. And as I was driving down the street, he just happened to be parked at the store. Then I had to stop at the stop sign. And I just looked over at him. And before I even knew what I was doing, I just did that 2-eye where I pointed at my eyes and then turned around and pointed at him. Like, I see you. And I went on. And about 2 days later, he died of a massive heart attack, just like my son did. Just dropped. And so I got that same kind of feeling when I said to Jack, you about to see something. I didn't see Justin in a dream or nothing. I just had that whoosh come through me, like he just came right through me as Jack was saying all that stuff about him. Like, I'm fixing to take it over now. And then all of a sudden, those bongo drums. It's like that wasn't really for him. That was for me to let me know what your feelings right. If he's scared of you in a dream, wait till I get a hold of him, kind of thing. And that may not be just because God may just let certain energies come to set people straight.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Are you expecting some huge disaster?
I'm expecting God to put people on their knees in fear to let them know, you don't play with my name. You don't say my name in one sentence and worship the devil out the other side of the mouth by coming against my daughter or my son. Because Justin was a very spiritual man.
Is Jack
very
spiritual?
sensitive.
Can I ask you, is Jack spiritual and Christian?
He
Like-
claims to be a Christian. He claims this, he claims that, but his fruit tells you exactly who he is. He's evil as he can be.
Is he from the other bunch? Remember
He's
that
the
other
leader.
bunch? Hey?
He's the freaking leader.
Oh, them.
Yes. That's why I told you a long time ago, don't get involved with none of these people. I already knew they were being watched. I just had to play the game.
The fake gay Christians.
Dangerously fake.
You're gonna love them. No, what? That's why I have communication with a very old hater of mine from that woman we won't mention. And I said to her, "Come join me on the live." And obviously, she came and looked, and she said, "Hell no." So I said, "Okay, fine, that's cool." But now, why was I? Let me see what the message was again. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. What's the message? What did she say? Oh, she's got more to say. She said, "What the fuck? Lol. You're all right. You're not a fag, Lionel. I'm glad we're talking now. You aren't still friends with that green toothless troll, are you? I couldn't bear it. Daring, ha ha ha." She laughed. I said, "No, I am a dirty faggot in private, but I'm honest about it." And here's her answer. She says, "They are dirty bogans. My daughter is over there now at my brother's talking absolute what? About talking about now as we speak, my brother has a home. There she saw them and Troshy close up. Waka kaka. Puke. I know, I get that. Oh, I don't know what she's talking about. Oh, I didn't know where that came from. That's a sidewinder. You know that woman we're not speaking about. This is one of her biggest fans, one of her biggest witches in the cupboard. Yeah, starts with a K and it ends with a O. And so everything is fake and gay.
When it comes to that channel, it always will be fake to me. I'll never trust anything on it. I don't even watch it. As long as my name don't come up, I don't care.
Even the cakes aren't really cakes, they're muffins. And do you know the Muffin Man?
No, I don't know the Muffin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I know those muffins that she puts up there sure do look good, though. And I'm glad to see her doing.
Oh my God! You know, I'll tell you that day, something happened. She watched my last live, and she thought, "Here, let me come in with the love bombing," and she did it for a week. A week, I tell you. But on the first day, I was in the mood, and we had an hour and 48 minutes conversation, a call. And guess what? All she spoke about was the bullshit. And I had no chance to speak. It's sad looking back at it. Like you say, it's just fake and gay. All fake. It was all fake. That's why I said no. The slithering snake. All fake. You need to cut it off at the head to kill the snake. And the entire shebang, the entire team. And it was a team, and it is a team, and it's a diluted team now.
Is it
Maybe
true?
the snake.
Is it
What?
true that Lika is the daughter?
Hence and thus and therefore, the karma I'm receiving, or the dark spells. Let me speak personally with you for the whole world to hear. This has been my toughest year yet. What with my tech not working, my tech breaking, now ultimately with YouTube demonetizing me. It's and not only just through the day, it's like this goes wrong, that goes wrong, and it's like you keep on saying, everything is watching you. They're watching you. They're listening to you. They watching right now. Even when you're not on live streaming, you are being watched. If
Yeah.
you're on social media, you are being watched. I lost my train of thought now again. But it's true.
Well, it was true back when
But
being told to be
my wondering and bothering in this Truman Show that you and I are living, and I see my mother even now. My mother's going through her. She's not well, and she speaks to the TV, and she makes up her own stories in her head. And then the news or something says something, and I cannot recall the actual words, but I really understood her taking that as a personal attack on her.
Yeah.
I understood it. I felt her having her own Truman Show moment, where it's like, why did you have to say that, TV,
Yeah.
right now? And that's how life goes. And you're presented with these situations, and it's as if they're expecting you to have a meltdown. And I refuse. I just laugh because it's fake and gay. All of this. It doesn't matter. How fake and gay can this screen be for you and me? We all live in our own illusions and lives. Anyway, I don't know what more to say.
I think for me,
Rabbit. You know what I saw the other day? This week as well. I saw a little bunny. A real bunny. Like on almost in the intersection, and the guy or lady in front of me had a big Toyota Fortuner, and I think they also noticed it, and they didn't want to scare it, but they crossed the road, and it was peak hour traffic in my little suburb, but it's like bumper to bumper, one road, and it's a four-way. No, it's not even a four-way stop. It's a two-way. But there was this bunny, like the pink bunny that I rescued at a very bad time in my life, and the bunny lost its leg because drug addicts will steal people's bunny rabbits. I have it's a thing. Did you know? I
no.
never knew this, but yeah, people, I don't know. We don't, we're just a small little pocket in this world. But there are people and families that have bunny rabbits as pets. And there are some prize winning bunny rabbits. And this is their hobby. Like you and I have YouTube, bunny rabbits is their hobby. And somehow drug addicts will go and steal the bunny rabbit and tie it up on its one leg, and the bunny rabbit never gives up. It will keep on kicking even if it feels pain. The leg will still
I'm listening. I'm
kick,
going to the bathroom. Keep talking.
but the leg eventually breaks. And in my experience, I had to save this bunny rabbit, and I'd found an exotic vet, and the vet rescued the bunny, and this was a what do you call it? They tag the bunny. They put a chip. This bunny was chipped. It was a prize bunny that was stolen by drug addicts, and it lost its leg. But it was the strangest thing. I saw the same bunny. And it's not like I was the only one that saw the bunny. This other person, I had to turn and come home from the supermarket, from the store. But there was a bunny, a real live bunny. Like, what you doing there, baby? And it's jumping into it was good garden in the front of the house. At the bottom of the road, yeah, at Monkhan Road. It was too beautiful, and I only know that's a prize bunny because it's that pink. It's shiny. It's just like the one in that you would picture in Alice in Wonderland. You know, it's almost white, but it's not white, and it's got that. It's not beige, but it's pinkish. It's a prize bunny, and I saw it in real life. And so, as soon as I got home, I had to look up its meaning spiritually, and I'm going to read it to you now. Let me find this. The meaning of seeing a bunny rabbit out. Seeing a bunny rabbit often symbolizes fertility, abundance, good luck, and new beginnings, linked to their prolific breeding and association with spring, but also represents innocence, vulnerability, quickness, and intuition, reflecting their nature as prey animals. It can be a nudge to embrace change, hope, or a sign of a gentle, loving energy. The common meanings of seeing a rabbit: fertility and abundance due to their rapid reproduction. Rabbits are classic symbols of new life, growth, and prosperity. Good luck and fortune, a common superstition often linked to carrying a rabbit's foot for luck. It's not luck to carry a rabbit's foot. I don't think so. No more. No, 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 no more, no more, no, no more. No. Those rabbit's foots are from the drug addicts. It's not good luck. Ricardo, you're back again. Oh, you had a phone call. SARS. New beginnings and change. Seeing one can signal a start of something new, or a need to adapt and be flexible, or innocence and vulnerability. As prey animals, I didn't know a rabbit is a prey animal. As prey animals, they can represent fragility, gentleness, and a need for protection. Oh, an animal that is preyed on, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say they're prey. They aren't prey
They
animals.
are the prey. They are the
Yeah,
prey.
yeah.
The owl will eat the rabbit. Intuition and agility, their speed and alertness can symbolize quick thinking, adaptability, and a heightened awareness. In love and kindness, in some cultures, like ancient Greece, they were linked to Aphrodite, the goddess of love. In different contexts, crossing your path, a rabbit often seen as a spiritual sign to prepare for a new opportunities or embrace change. Dreams and spirit animals, it can signify a need to tap into your instincts, or a message about fear, hope, or playfulness. That is the AI generated. New beginnings. Amen, Sippy. Are you coming up, Ricardo?
I think that rabbit was trying to get your attention. It seems to be talking to you.
No, it's not. That is the first and ever. I mean, that rabbit, the rabbit that I saved when I was going to get two
Oh, yeah, I
manholes
know,
and
but
a prick.
it's strange how
That
many
rabbit
rabbits.
was in a box. Didn't cross my path, but this rabbit crossed my path as such. So I think it represents change.
Well, you saw one the other day, and rabbit has come up in this live feed several times, just the word rabbit. So I think the rabbit is trying
No,
to.
because of White Rabbit. I always speak of White Rabbit, and I'm a member on her channel, but I don't think that's got anything to do about her as such. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I don't
If you
know.
go back and
You
read
know
it,
what happens, Sippy? You know I do this. These ladies are very friendly to me, and then they do something, and I snap inside, and then I become the other person, and I become an enemy, and then it's like Lulu from According to Leanie. I mean, I didn't have to be so cruel and nasty, but when I get, I don't know, it's not flustered, but wound up, dramatic, then it is taken with a whole lot of offense. And I don't blame anyone for taking it as a lot of offense. Sippy knows. Sippy knows. I mean, Sippy's had me casting spells out of her and speaking in tongues to her face, and then she still laughed. And not like in a deep, evil laugh. She just laughed like Al Capone. I think about that rabbit is trying to get your attention. Maybe, yeah, when you 50 like me, you've seen it all, you understand things. Did I make you quiet, Sippy?
oh no,
That
I'm just
rabbit has a message, not just a white rabbit, your rabbits. But Ricardo and I are rabbits in Chinese. Can you believe it? You both are. I noticed that earlier. I just
yeah.
think there
The
is
rabbit
something.
coming up is kind of like seeing the same number over and over, and you finally realize it. Well, I'm looking at that rabbit because that rabbit keeps coming up. Just the word rabbit. Either way about it, there's something there.
Well, I don't know. For
And as you was reading that, I kept seeing
for
new beginnings.
Ricardo the rabbit, it is caught what?
Well, I think
16
for
minutes
you, it's
past
trying to tell
16
you
minutes
that you
past
got
11
new
p.m.
beginnings coming. Is what it's trying to
What?
say to you. I said, I think it's trying to say to you, Lionel, that you have new beginnings coming.
Yes. Yes. Amen and amen. Praise Jesus. We from your lips to God's ears may it be, and I will see. Even if I have to leave my comfort zones, then it will just have to be like that way. You know what I mean? I'm at my wits' end now. There we go. No, no, no. No, it doesn't get bigger. I wanted our faces to get bigger. There we go. That's the best one, I think. Sibi, I think it's time to go. 20 past one
Well,
here.
I've enjoyed it, Lionel.
Thank you very much.
Glad we got to go live, and but I've been sensing something about you lately. That's why I sent you the email asking if everything's okay, and I am praying for you because I feel like there's an empty spot in there somewhere. Something I don't know what it is, but
It's me. You know what? It's not you, it's me.
well, that's it. I'm
Uh,
feeling something.
I see it in myself, and I'm the one that's holding up the guards to life, not anyone else. So All I can say is please have patience, please.
Well, if I don't have patience with you, I don't know who does. But I just want you to know I'm aware that there's something
Oh,
going
there
on.
we have a guest. We have a guest.
And if you need me, you got.
Hello, Ricardo.
Hello,
Hey,
Ricardo.
hello. Let me just turn that YouTube off. Can you hear me?
Yes, definitely. How you
Yes.
doing, old friend?
I'm doing good, thanks, man. Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Is my voice clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
555.
Okay. So I'm a little tired as well. It's getting on for bedtime here. Well, I'll try and stay up a few minutes, talk to you. Hey, where's everyone
Yeah,
gone?
that's what I was trying to tell Sippy. It's very late there, and I was
Yeah.
about to go off as well. And eventually
Yeah.
you did come through. Well done, Ricardo. Thank you very much.
Well, I
What you
thought I had
got?
to
Give
try.
us some news. Give us some updates.
Um, I've just been, do you know, I'm in a music improv group.
No.
Yeah, I'm playing mostly trumpet. That's my main instrument, but I play percussion and I sing a bit in it as well. It started out as a community thing. There was about 7 or 8 of us, and there's about maybe 15 or 16.
Stunning.
It's
Sounds
really
Beautiful.
grown,
interesting.
but yeah, and it's half and half really. Like half of the band have um, talent and musical training, some theory, some experience, and everything, and the other half don't. So it can be a bit tricky, but it's good fun. I do it once a week on a Tuesday.
I think
You mu-
music's one of the most healing things that there is. Singing, the music
Yeah,
itself, all of that.
yeah, I think so. I enjoy singing. Just it's all it is. It's just you're just controlling or guiding your vocal cords to different tuning it to different vibrations, right?
Yeah. Lionel's got really
That's
good at his singing. Lionel, did I ever tell you that? Your voice has gotten so much better.
It's about
mine.
confidence. It's about confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've gotten a man, you're so different in your voice than what you used to be.
Yeah, yeah. But
I
are you
need to
going to give us? Are you going to give us a little soup song of your practice then?
oh, um, yeah, I suppose I could. I've got a little sheet here.
That would be great.
Where's the lyrics? No, I need the lyrics of that song. Um, we do like an old an Italian folk dance song or something. It's quite good. And I can't remember. Yeah, coming across very well on streaming. I've just got chord shots and music. I'm too tired.
Just whisper it.
I don't.
Oh, what did I do?
Finished yet. I just got rid of some furniture, made a bit of space.
Are you going to show us?
Yes, this is it. Or whatever, yeah. And it's called Turn Me Around. And it's like this. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Nobody turn me around. Gotta keep on walking. Gotta keep on. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me. Buddy, turn me around. Gotta keep on walking. Gotta keep on talking. Yeah. So that's it. That's Turn Me Around. So we're learning to sing that. And
Wow, no, you got a brilliant voice.
eh?
You got a natural
Like,
you got a natural swag there.
Practicing. And it's easier with doing it in front of random people.
No, but that's
Most of us
obviously
think,
part of a huge musical or
yeah,
of a huge
maybe.
song. That's your lines to the song. You broke up a lot there. Sorry,
We've
but you
we've
got a
had
great
2
voice.
gigs. Thank you. We've got 2 gigs coming up, and we've had 2 coming up, but the people keep changing, and the people keep disappearing, and then turning up again, and so it changes every week. The lineup, but it's good fun. Working with my friend as well. He's from Lithuania. He's a cool guy. He's a really good guitarist and quite a good singer, and he's got loads of his own equipment. That's really
Wow,
cool.
that's interesting. That's really cool.
Yeah.
thank you,
And
Lionel, for sending me the
In
link that
reality, in life, I've had. Sorry, Sippy.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. We got a little bit of a lag going on. I was just telling Lionel I wanted to thank him for sending me Wiccan's link. She did that song that I asked her to, called "Smoking Ice on a Lake," and I just kind of gave her a brief synopsis of what I wanted in the song, and it's absolutely perfect. Did you watch it, Lionel?
yes, I did.
Well,
But
she just about,
I didn't think it had anything to do with you. I didn't understand why it had anything to do with you.
yeah, I gave her the
Sorry,
title,
John.
and I gave her just a quick synopsis of what my lyrics was about and how I needed it to reflect melancholy along with hope. And I mean, she just about nailed it 100%. I love it. You should play that before you leave.
I can't. Oh, I
Oh,
should.
okay.
You're
That's
right, I
okay.
should.
So
You're
there you
right, I
go.
should.
I mean,
You came
it's
back.
beautiful. If you really listen to the lyrics that she put with it, and then the title, and how she did the pictures.
But she got a new one already. She's got a new
You're
one
sort of
out
breaking up.
already.
I can't
Yeah,
hear
she puts
properly.
out new ones all the time, but she did that one for me. I asked her to do it because I don't have the equipment to do it myself. But I couldn't have done it no better than what she did.
Hmm. Oh, it's in my left pocket.
I don't know. Um, I was going to end with this song, but I don't even know the tune. I got the lyrics and I got. I don't know where this is from. Oh, it's from Michael Jackson. Oh. Do you know this song? It's You Are Not Alone.
Yes.
My, I was humming. I found myself humming it earlier. I don't know why it pops into my head, but
Wow, it's cool. You know,
it's such a good song, isn't it?
when I started doing my lives 2 years ago, then I was still friends with Mission, and he said, you know, sometimes Lionel, the song sounds better when you just say the words out like a poem. You know, you just read the words out.
Yes,
Because
I did that.
I get the tune wrong as well, and that's what I used to do. And this was one of the songs that I'm just flipping through my phone now, and one
Yeah.
of the songs I cropped, but I'm not going to sing it now, unless you want to. But you keep on breaking up. I wonder why. Hey, Ricardo. Oh gosh, Sippy, are we going to end the show? It's 3 hours,
Yeah.
and the sound is bad. Are we going to sing it?
We can't sing together.
Oh,
The latencies are.
my heart, you're always in my heart.
Oh,
You're not alone,
bless you.
not alone, no. You are not alone. You see, I got it wrong already. You are not alone. Say it again. You are not alone. You are not alone. Not alone, not alone. If you just reach out for me, girl. In the morning, in the evening, not alone. I don't know, fucked up. Where are you, Sippy? Are you even speaking to me anymore? Are we friends? Are we friends or we're not friends?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Sippy,
I'm here.
put a link.
I just put the
What's the
link
link, Sippy?
in.
What's this link?
I just put the link in. Yeah.
Smoking ice upon a lake in winter's quiet breath. Shadows curl along the water, tracing life and death. I press my palm against the chill, feel the world half awake. Whispers rising from beneath, stories trembling at the break. Every echo holds a question I've been trying not to face, but the silence pushes gently.
How you doing, lady? Jolene, 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 Jolene. Just don't take him just because you can. You slag, you. The slags in the house with the big hooters. Hooters in the house. Where's Beefcake? How's Beefcake doing? I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. 'Cause I love Beefcake. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. 'Cause I love Beefcake.
Ask me how I keep my faith. So I lift my eyes beyond the frozen haze. Find a little hope inside the darkest days. When the world feels fragile and my hands fall shake, I still believe in light beneath the lake.
Okay, let's look at it. I've got the tools. I am the magician today, baby. Lord have mercy. I'm going to show it to you now. Let's choose a channel. Let's go there. Then we'll go there. And then we go there. Dar. YouTube. We do it the Chinese way. Hey, Dot. How you doing, Dot? Guess what? Oh, she's streaming. Twat. The black twat is streaming. Okay. I'm in the way of everybody today. Oh, God, and Rabbit too. She's bored. Darling. Okay. Ah! What was I doing? I just had a panic attack. What was I doing now? Huh? What was I doing? I was going to do that video. Thank you. Thank you, Sippy. Let me go to history. And then we will see what I was doing. I do now. No, I want history. History. Yesterday. Where's the history? Thank you. Oh, I'm giving myself a back crack. Crack my back. Oh man. Videos. Oh. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Who am I in? Who am I? I have to first. Okay, I'm Dandy 2.0. I'm Dandy 2.0. Switch channel. The trickeries. But everybody's live. We have to end this live. We go over to everybody else. No, but it's also not showing it here. Come on, man. Videos. But I was watching it now. History. Smoke and ice upon. Come on. Sippy, why aren't you speaking? Are you gone? Oh, I have to check.
Smoke and ice upon a lake in winter's quiet breath. Shadows curl along the water, tracing life and death. I press my palm against the chill, feel the world half awake. Whispers are rising from beneath, stories trembling at the break. Every echo holds a question I've been trying not to face, but the silence pushes gently, asks me how I keep my faith. So I lift my eyes beyond the frozen haze, find a little hope inside the darkest days, when the world feels fresh.
I don't know why there's a pause button there. Why is there a pause button in the middle of it? Oh, it's the wrong one. Panic attack. I have to speak in between the song, otherwise I'm going to get into trouble, you know. 30 seconds, and then you play the song again.
And my hands both shake, I still believe in light beneath the lake. I go, steps uncertain on the shoreline where the ancient currents flow. I breathe the smoke of distant fires, hear a heartbeat in the deep, something steady, something patient, promising it's mine to keep. Though the cold can blur the path and make the truth feel far away, there's a warmth that stirs inside me when I let the stillness say.
What you saying there? Did you get your monetization figured out, Baba? No. Leanie! Jolene! I made a video and I appealed my, whatchamacallit. I appealed the motherfuckers. I object to your bullshit. I objected, and we'll see. I think it's quite an amusing video. I think it did. He sent a letter to me. Yes, Sippy, you should record the song. No, well, the song is recorded, and that's why I get into trouble, because I play the songs too long, and then because it's already on YouTube, you mustn't play anything. It's called reuse. You can clip it for 30 seconds only, to be continued.
So I lift my eyes beyond the frozen haze, find a little hope inside the darkest days. When the world feels fragile and my hands both shake, I still believe in light beneath the lake. Maybe faith is just the courage to return when
Yes, I'm starting to feel the same spirit that comes over these women, like that woman that we won't explain what her name, that boring old Jane. Sometimes it comes, and Sippy gets that spirit too. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a ex-wife thing. It comes tri-monthly, bi-monthly, weekly, yearly, quarterly, and every Sunday on another day. It's not hump day. They want to do it. They want to kill you. They want to off with his head. What did they do? It's when scalp them. That's what they want to do. Do you want to look at my face when I say that? You want to look at my look, scalp them. That's all you want to do. You want to sculpt them. Yes, I knew you do. That's all you want to do is sculpt them. It's true, indeed.
we are lost, maybe strength is found in choosing softness over frost, smoke and ice upon the water, but my heart begins to wake for the glow that waits in silence underneath the lake.
You haven't met Wiccan yet, have you, Leanie? You got to meet Wiccan, please. Sippy put the link. She did already put the link in the chat. You will hear. Click on the link and please go and subscribe to Wiccan. She's a lovely Leo, just like you. I have but she's a very soft, quiet-spoken lady from Wisconsin. I think she is. She's from Wisconsin, and she is the co-host of not Wiccan, of Mal Pandora. You've heard about her, I'm sure. Yeah, very true. What next? Let's look at Rabbit. What's she talking about?
Sunset Strip. It's kind of the history of there, like the Hotel Marmont or whatever it's called. Y'all know I ain't saying it right, and all that. Did y'all know that Fizz Crank is actually who the movie Flashdance was made from? His life story. Well, that's one thing y'all didn't know. There's famous people on YouTube. You heard it here first. Can y'all imagine me trying to be a welder? Oh my gosh. I would weld my ankles together. The heck?
I don't know. Why are you still there? Going. I don't know. My internet's going wonky now. Things are going wrong. I think I'm going to say goodbye to you, and I love you. I give you my heart. I can't even see on this. It's weird, very weird. I don't know what's going on now. But it was a good live. I want to thank you for joining me on this entrance into the 1212 portal. Yes, darling, baby. I live in the house that belonged to my late son on the lake. Yes. That's how I met Sippy and that other woman up there on the East Coast. It's hard being here, but I see so much through the smoke and light. So that's what the song is about. I thank you guys for joining me. I have to say goodbye. That's the end of the show. I want to love you and thank you and lift you up and pray good health and abundance and prosperity to you in this good spirited festive season that's ahead. Please stay in a good mood. Doesn't matter what tests you. You'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Tomorrow is another day. And even if it is depressing, it's like, what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, sorry for swearing, but seriously, let's just love ourselves. Love yourself first. Don't have to love one another. You don't have to love them. Go on your own fucking trip. Love yourself. And to those who do love you, like these lovely ladies that love me, they love to join me and keep me company. Love them back. And I do. I do love them back. And I'm sincere with that. And I appreciate you. And I really respect and I learn from you. And I deserve you. That's the gift of Christmas. To learn how to receive too. It's time to receive. Receive love. The love is out there for you and me to enjoy. Bye, Lini. Bye, Sippy. May you be good. May you be happy. May you be loving, kind, caring, understanding, and most of all, naughty. Ciao for now. Tot ziens. Salanigach. Ek is lief vir jou. Ik liebe dich. Siyabonga. Rila bocha. Niamonga. Happy birthday to you. Oh no, it's Jesus. We wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy